All right, Margaret, now we're going to take a look at your breaststroke from the underwater view. Again, you can just see how your hands are a little bit low on the recovery, and what will happen is your hands will push kind of on this line, so they push diagonally down. We want to get them up a little bit more on the surface and keep the hands very close to the surface of the water as they're coming forward. So if I advance a little bit, you can see you're on that line going downward, and what happens is you'll have a lot of drag from water coming at you. We want to get a little more streamlined, so the hands being where I have that second line will keep that from happening quite as much. This creates a lot more drag when your hands are that deep as they go forward on the recovery. So, and as you come forward a little bit more, you can see how that line changes and you get your hands back up. We don't want them to go down and then back up. We want them to go straight ahead into that catch. You start the catch. Would like to see your palms turned a little bit more outward. So you can see here your hands are here and they're turned a little bit out, but mostly towards the bottom of the pool. Okay, a little bit more of a hand turn on that side, but again, it's still towards the bottom corner of the pool in terms of your sweep out. And in breaststroke, we actually want to turn the hand completely on its side, and we want to be pushing straight out towards the side wall at the initial part of the catch. So if I draw that line coming off the hand, we want that angle. It'll get a little wider with the pull, but it gives us a lot more power up front on the catch. So as you notice, the hands then slide straight back. That's more of a butterfly move where you get to this high elbow that quickly. We want to sweep outward a little bit more with those arms into that catch. So I'll show you a little more of that on the front view. But then you sweep in. That's nice where you sweep in. Again, a little tight to the chest. I like to have those hands a little bit further out in front so they can get a little higher on the recovery. And then sweeping into that streamline. Okay. Good head position here. From the underwater view, you don't see that head position coming down too quickly, but here it's in a good line. And then if we're looking at the kick, we'll look at the kick here, and as you kick up, we'd like to see the knees just a little bit, the feet just a little closer together as the knees at this point, and you can just see we want to be closer to the hips with the kick. So you're here with your feet, so you got this kind of angle from the top part of the leg to the bottom part of the leg from the knee bend, and we want to be in even tighter, so we want the feet here getting up to about this place, and what happens is that makes the foot turn out wider, so you're getting more of that push from the inside of the foot. As you can see here with your kick not quite up towards your hips, your feet are turned, but they're turned not enough out, so you get a great push from the interior of your foot. You're getting a little bit, and it's sliding a little bit as well. So the higher you can bring those feet up, the more they turn out as they get closer to the hips, and that gives you a lot more power in your breaststroke kick. And then as you finish downward with the kick, that's what we want to do, and then back into the pointed toes. So that looks good. Just like to see those feet finish together a little harder. Streamline's pretty good. From above, it looked a little straighter. Here you can see you're kind of diagonally, so your hands are at the highest point and your feet are down from there. So we want to actually be reaching with those hands and those feet and the body on the same line, so you're a little more streamlined on top, closer to the surface of the water at that point. But the eyes are in a good position, looking down, bringing those up at the right time, and then again, just a little higher with the hands in the recovery, and the feet need to be just a little closer to the hips to deliver the kick. Into the turn from above looked really good on the last one. Lifted the head a little earlier on this time. Knees are tight to the body. Good body line coming off. Nice tight streamline. Feet are high on the wall, so that's going to give you that nice push off. And you can just see you have a really good line coming off the wall. So you're here and you're coming downward into the pull out, and that's what we want to have. We want to push off so we're getting some depth coming off the wall, and you're doing a good job of that. Good streamline. And as you come over, you can just see very tight streamline. I like that. That's excellent as you come into that part. And then as you pull down, I think you can actually get a little further distance if you took that kick up front. That would help a little bit, and then turn the hands out a little bit more on that pull down. And then you pull down close to the body, nice pull down, deliver a small kick at the back. So I'd rather see your kick be up front than at the back part. And then as we're coming to this point, I saw it on the above water view. I'm seeing it here. Hands are close to the body, but the first thing you do as you start those hands up is you look up. Okay, so I can see your eyes now are looking forward, and you're kind of looking in front of yourself at that point. We want to still have that head down and those eyes looking straight at the bottom of the pool. And they look that way until the hands extend all the way up. So you're kind of looking at the surface to gauge yourself going up. Try not to do that. Try to use your body to kind of feel your way back up. So you want to keep the eyes down and then reach up. It just really slows you down to bring your head up into that position, and then you can see how your angle is very steep into that breakout stroke. So just something to change in the future on that part of your pull out. But other than that, pretty good. Two big takeaways are getting the hands up towards the surface so we can push the hands forward closer to the surface in a more straight line so they're not so diagonally down, and then making sure we get the feet up closer to the hips so when we deliver the kick we're getting more of the inside of the foot to push us straight forward. And we'll take another couple looks at a couple different angles to kind of look at that some more in the kick.